YouTube, I've left it too long to do a video. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I am playing, this is a Victory the Kraken, and this is a Vaughn the Kraken, JPAX the Kraken, just the Kraken. I didn't realise it was already, I'm pretty sure that amp probably came out before I named this, but there we go. Incidentally, it's called the Kraken because that's what Jen used to call him. She'd phone up whenever Jen had done something like paint related, you know, like just painting it with a brush or using a hammer or something, and he'd be like, oh, you got to do it this way. But he can make guitars like this, I can't, so yes, I'll be honest, I don't really know much about this amp at all. I know Victory are something to do, or were something to do with Chapman or something like that. Was there not a thing where Lee Anderton owned not a huge share, like a 5% share in it or something like that, and hadn't disclosed it? Well, you know, he was just reviewing the amp like it was anyway. It's like, I mean, not actually, you know, wasn't a hands-on investor. So there was a wee bit of, so what? You know what I mean? Because you always see him really, Lee Anderton really awkward when they're doing the Chapman guitars. He's always sitting there and he's kind of like, I can't really, you know, just understand. You know, I'm invested in this company, therefore I think it's good, but why would you be lying? Anyway, so it's a small head. It doesn't say on it, the Kraken. That's on low power. It's on gain 2. The volume is down, the master is low as it goes, and so is the gain. So it's probably quite a gainy amp, seeing as the gain's really low. Playing through the Trace Elliott 3x12, which you can't really see in either picture. You can sort of see a wee bit of it in that picture. And annoyingly, the extender cable for the other mic, the other webcam, the bottom one you can see there, it's just that short for actually being able to run the front. You can't quite see, but it does say the Kraken there, and it's got a purple light on it. So I'm going to fidget with stuff. This is the way it was set. It was in a bag. Whether these things have been adjusted since the last time it was used, I know the owner of these has got one of these power brake things, so it would surprise me if everyone was down really low like that. But I'm going to 12 o'clock some stuff, see what happens. So I'll just go for the bass, the middle, and the treble. Train them. You get master 1, master 2, gain 1, and gain 2. So if I go to gain 1 there, and expect this to be very loud. Not really, it's actually, that's kind of usable. Yeah, I mean, with these things, it doesn't take an awful lot to realise it. Yeah, could totally live with that. Yeah, I mean, that, I think that being gain 1, which I assume is a lower gain than gain 2, it's not exactly clean. It's got a bit of hair to it, but it's letting through all the tone. You can still hear it's this guitar very much. I don't have any reverb on either, which I normally do. With pedal board, I'm just going straight into the front of the amp. What I'm going to have to do, I might have to kill the mic a little bit. Seems very loud. I wonder if I can maybe turn that down a little bit. Woo! But the guitar's still loud. Back up again. So, humbucker in the neck. Trebly bridge pickup. I mean, going for not having adjusted anything and basically got the gain, you can see there it's kind of just up at 1 or something like that, and the master up even less than that. I'm playing this all night like this, no problem at all. I think you're probably going to struggle a little bit if you're in a Shadows tribute band and you're wanting to play some Hank Marvin on it. I don't think it's really for that. And this is it down really quiet. It's also got a high power. It's got a low and a high, same as the Softtech. So I'm assuming, I think on the Softtech what it does, it uses half the output tubes. So maybe makes it, I don't know, I haven't even looked this up. I don't even know how many watts it is. I'm kind of doing this intentionally because it's not very often you get the opportunity. I does it. My pal comes over with guitars and pedals and stuff all the time. He's a bit of a lover of such things, and it's like it's not very often I get the opportunity. If I buy a pedal, I've looked it up so I know what it is. So when Burnham runs have him, it's like, here we go, just plug it in and see what it is. I've no idea. I don't know how much it costs. No idea how much it costs. No idea how many watts it is. I'm going to say it's not a couple £100. It's going to be 500 quid, 1,000, 7, something like that. I think. Don't know what that's based on. So I'll try. I suppose I'll try putting it to full power mode. Or I'll try gain 2. See if I can get it up a wee bit louder. That's quite interesting. So that's me turned the knobs up quite a bit. You saw me. That's the one on the left hand side's gain, the one on the right's volume, and it's not doing that thing which a lot of these amps do, where you've got like your 1, oh I can just hear it. 1.1, oh it's getting too loud. 1.5, it's so loud my eyes are bleeding. You know, that tends to be the thing for gig volume. You know what I mean? This seems to be much smoother, a different roll on the volume, which is actually probably more use. So he's actually adjusted it a wee bit, not in kind of notches. Oh, it's obviously a tube amp. I can actually see the tubes in it. I don't know how to describe these sounds, but I like that. That's a sort of compressed, Fendery type thing, sounding like very Telecastery. Cut through the mix shit. And then on the humbucker, I don't know how much of that low end's to do with that monstrous cabinet, but so I'll try gain 2, see if it. I'm thinking rather than being a clean and a distortion, gain 1 and gain 2 implies it's maybe a different flavour of gain. Maybe this is a Fendery one. From Fendery sounds. Maybe the other one's Marshally. Don't know. A little bit more oomph to it. I might have to turn the. I'm going to cut the volume down a little bit because we're redlining and we're not even playing yet. Let's pick up! Humbucker! Sorry, I'm just redlining everything. It sounded flipping marvellous. I don't know if you're hearing any difference when I turn the volume up, but I mean... But I mean, let's be honest here, I'm sitting here at 1 on the gain and the volume. It's too loud for playing in a normal house. I'm just an idiot. My neighbours hate me. That's it on low power. I mean, my thoughts are, it's unbelievably good sounding at this volume for the size of amp it is. Even if it was a much smaller amp, that's an amazing house volume and tone, and you've got enough switchableness of, even though that thing's fucking running at 10% or something like that. It's much more usable in the house than what the Sovtech or the big Marshall head is, because you're sitting there with the volume control kind of at nothing, and then it's like at 0.1, at 0.2, at 0.3, a bit like that. Now, this is one of those ones, I mean, I could say, if you've got a pure amazing guitar, that, a 4x12 or 3x12, that you need anything else for a tuner. I'm going to have to put the thing, mate. It's just going to overload the speakers, so it's just for a laugh. So, sorry, this was a wee bit late. Running a bit mental today. Squeezed to get a video out. So I'm going to try. I'm going to leave the volume controls where they are, and then stick it to the other one, and then it'll probably just blow up. So, hi. Aha! Yeah, it was incredibly loud. Yeah, it sounded much better though. There is... It's just one of those things that is the case that you'll know this from when you were a kid listening to your favourite music. It sounds better when you turn it up. It does. That sounds better when you turn it up, but all amps sound better when you turn them up. You know, the trick is to get sound good when it's quiet, which it seems to be not bad at. I mean, I think it's one of these ones you would use with a power soak. But one of the things I'm really noticing is those gains for gain 1 and gain 2 are at nothing, or they're barely registering. I suppose I've got to try it on the lower power. The lower power with the master down. Why is gain 2 master 2? Why is it so loud? Is it on? As you saw me fidgeting with it there, the Master 2 doesn't seem to do what I thought it did. The Master Volume 1 seems to be just Master Volume 1. I wonder if you can run it through another cab or something. I might actually unplug it and we look at it. It does say, warning, surface hot. It's that whole thing, I suppose it's doing the Tiny Terror thing where it's putting it... Basically, see the box you get here. Aye. So, it comes in a box like a Tiny Terror, but see if you take like the soft tech out of the sort of Tolex sleeve thing. It just looks like this. Yeah, so, what have we got here? We have FS2, okay. Base focus. I had base focus on. It's got base focus, which is a switch. Valves front 4 12AX7s, rear 2 EL34s or 2 EL66s. Send return. I see this is a foot switch. Mat switches between the two master volume controls, I think. And it turns on an F and X loop, I think. Gain, 1, 2, tip. Master, yeah. Don't know. Oh look, we've got a single-ended mode. Alternate for even valve wear. V5 off V6. Single-ended mode. Designed by Handmade by England. Sorry, remove top cover for bias switch. Before you continue, it must be earth. Hot surface, do not touch. I don't know how many valves it is. How many watts? EL, I think it's a 50 watt. I think EL34s is what's in something like a Marshall 50 watt or something like that. And it's 2 of them. And I think if you've got 100 watt, you get 4 of them. So I think it's a 50 watt. You've got a 16 ohm where you can run 2 8 ohm cabinets. Always connect amplifier to correct speaker load before powering up, or there may be trouble ahead. Fair enough. No, this is an expensive thing, I can tell. I'm going to do another proper. I'll do a proper run with this. Trying some different things, but I might need to do something about the. I wonder if I maybe ran it through, like the orange 1x12. It might bring the volume down. Well, 1x12 rather than 3. It might be much quieter, or just not as maxed out as that is. I do think that what it was running there as very low gain was rocking high. Well, not high gain. I'd like to have a wee bit more than that, but I think looking through the Victory models, there's probably one very similar to that. It probably doesn't go as distorted, but in saying that, I could totally use that, no problem. I just think it goes a bit shred, I think, for me. I would probably be running it at lower gain settings, and it's still been pretty gainy. So I will do another video on it, with the Kraken, and the Kraken, and the Kraken. And I'll try some other guitars through it. I wonder what a Fender sounds like through it. Rock on!